I heard that you found the second fragment?
Well, here it is.
I came to Yingchuan to find its origin. The second fragment came into the world as a result. All that transpired was beyond my expectations.
Senior Chin's foresight has always been flawless, but I guess even he was surprised?
Also, we originally came to inquire information about the dragons. Although I haven't been to the Fairies Inn yet, I was able to find this, which was still rewarding.
It is as you said. As for the origin of this fragment, if I guessed correctly, the answer lies here. That's right. This object could be related to the 3 divine artifacts of the Adventurers Guild. Or whether it is or not, the matron of the Fairies Inn is one of the founders of the guild. You can verify things with her.
Master Xinyue? The founder of the guild? Huh? She doesn't look much older than I am.
The lifespan of creatures in the spirit realm is longer than that of ordinary people. Moreover, she isn't just any ordinary creature in the spirit realm.
So was our last meeting too hasty? Where is she now? Should I respectfully greet her again?
Well, no need. She deceived you. Tricked you like this because you were naive. She won't dare to show up, now that I, her mentor, am here.
Huh? What does Senior Xinyue lie to me about? I'm the one who owe her a thanks for helping me save Guang.
Never mind. Now that she has returned, you can visit the Fairies Inn as usual.
One moment, please, Master Chin. I have one more thing to discuss with Miss Tongming. Things were so chaotic back then that I wasn't able to ask more questions. Miss Tongming, where did you get corrupted by the power of turbulence that day when Kamsi changed? That's right. If it weren't for the corruption from the power of turbulence to the point of having her eyes changed, I don't know about the people of Kamsi. At least the Dark Tide would never have mistaken their—
The day I was grounded by Lady Changpu, and someone appeared to me out of nowhere. That person asked me if I still wanted to save Guang, and gave me a demonic eye.
Where is the demonic eye now?
After I absorbed it, it dissipated.
So, does Miss Tongming still remember what that person looked like?
It's hard to describe in words, but I can use the water mirror to reflect that person's appearance.
It's that man! He is involved with the Spirit Ape Clan and the Dark Tide sect too. Why does he keep showing up everywhere?
Even if it's just a phantom, you can vaguely perceive that the power of turbulence in this person is extremely powerful. Who is this?
Someone at odds with the Adventurers Guild. I heard that the matter regarding Starwoods has something to do with him.
Tongming, where did you meet this person that day? If it isn't too much trouble, please take me there.
Senior Duanmu, what do you think he wants?
I don't know.
Is there any connection between Starwoods and Yingchuan?
This is it.
Even days after, there is still such a strong remnant of the power of turbulence. Just what?
Don't worry. You can use this object as a medium to trace back the past with the art of fate telling.
Sure enough, it seems that my previous attempt at the shrine worked fine. Please.
You should know that frequent use of the art of fate telling isn't a good thing. This time, just watch from the sidelines.
Step aside.
Priestess Tongming, you must have been bewitched by the she-monster. Damn it! To think they lay their hands on the air priestess? How despicable!
She is not.
Why do you even bother to argue with foolish mortals? It is but a waste of breath.
Who are you? How did you break into our altar?
How curious. Surely you do realize the paradox of asking a masked man who he is? You only need to know. I'm here to offer a hand.
What are your intentions, stranger? If you keep on being vague, you will not win my trust.
I was just touched by the depth of your affection for each other. So be it. It's all up to you. If you don't wish to save her, I'll leave right away.
What's your offer, stranger?
It is overstated to call it an offering. Just consider this little gift of mine. Twin sisters, identical both, but one is God and another is devil. The way to distinguish them is from the slight breath of turbulence.
Does this thing hold the power of turbulence? With this, I can pretend to be Guang.
No, you're the one who has to die on her behalf. From that look of yours, it seems that you've already made up your mind.
The matter of life and death is not a game, of course. I've been contemplating it. After which dies, and only one of the twins remains, everything will be restored as before. Although I will sin against the Dark Tide disciples and all the Calm Sea townsfolk, Lady Changpu is still in her prime and might still be able to wait for the arrival of her next successor.
Are you certain of that? After death, you will never know whether your vulnerable master endures or whether your sister is free. Those who struggle will come to naught. Those who love will be in vain. And those who sinned will never be redeemed. Death is absolute.
So, how can I just let her die?
That demonic eye. It not only has the power of turbulence, but also holds the power of Shen the Corruptor. Yeah, I am certain. However, where did this stranger get the power of Shen?
We have been in Yingchuan for a long time, but except for the old altar, I haven't really seen anything related to Shen. The shipwreck sealed Shen's real form. I think it is still more likely to be in Aquatic Bay.
It seems that the stranger is deeply involved in this matter, even more so than you and I thought. The Aquatic Bay's affairs, the present affairs, and even the former Spirit Apes' affairs are also laden with mysteries hidden from us.
From what you have said, he seems to be plotting something sinister. I'll be damned if he genuinely wished to help Miss Tongming back then. There must be something he's after.
Yes. But even if the action is akin to drinking poison to quench one's thirst, it is still better than being utterly helpless.
This matter may not be truly over yet, and there may be repercussions. Miss Tongming, please be more careful in the future. Thank you all. I already have the answer I sought.
I have informed a senior in the Fairies Inn of your visit. Everyone, please follow me.
Master, I still have one more question.
Are you still feeling unsettled? There is insufficient evidence to make a conclusive case, but personally, I do not think so. In the past, the Scripture Academy theorized that Lady Heidi was once corrupted by the power of turbulence, but she was able to wield it for a time. If one of the Heidi's twins inherited the power of turbulence, this would all make sense.
It's just as Senior Duanmu said.
However, this is pure speculation, and there is not enough basis for it. That's why the Scripture Academy hasn't declared it to the world. Had Dean Liu been able to personally see Miss Tong Guang, presumably, this speculation could have been put to rest.
Thank you, Master. I understand.
The world is far more complex than a game of stones. The board has more than 19 horizontal and vertical lines, and there are also diagonal lines. The pieces themselves are also neither pure black or pure white. Since there are so many different paths, you should just follow your heart. Even sages won't have clear answers to everything. As long as you follow your heart, you won't live a lifetime in vain. It's useless to think about it, so just go. Ah, there is one more thing you have to keep in mind. From now on, do not use the art of fate-telling if it isn't necessary.
Aren't we going to the Fairies Inn? Why are you all gathered around here?
Miss Tongming said the door to the Fairies Inn lies here.
Are the Dark Tide sect and the Fairies Inn so close?
That's not the case. It's just that at the end of the Misty Marsh, there isn't a door to the Fairies Inn. In the ordinary sense, this inn can open its door anywhere for guests welcomed by the fairies. But if you're not welcome, you won't be able to enter, even if you go to the ends of the earth. This stone wall can be used as a door. The gate of nothingness, painted on the stone wall, is the way to the Fairies Inn.
This really is something else.
It is rumored that the matron of the Fairies Inn is rather cunning, so obviously we shouldn't take her lightly.
That's it.
What? Is that really possible? Seems like I still have a lot more mysteries to discover from this world.
Behind this door is the Fairies Inn. It's just that, as far as I can understand, the Fairies Inn isn't a place where you can just ask for everything. Even if it's an acquaintance, Senior Xin Yue won't make promises lightly. It's really busy in the sect, so I'm not at liberty to accompany you. I wish you all the best on this trip.
Distinguished guest, the Fairies Inn welcomes you! Here are your masks, my guests. Please wear them properly, meow.
Mask? Is this the rule of the Fairies Inn?
Looks like you're a first-time customer. Huh? Are you the friends Ming mentioned, meow? Please wear your mask and take a seat here.
This mask looks really nice on your faces.
It suits you exceptionally well.
Today is the Fairies Inn auction. Guests participating in the auction have to wear the inn's mask. After all, the auction is a major event, and guests, in case of encountering an enemy and the thing you want is yet to be sold, then feel free to go into battle. Now, are we doing this auction? Even if you are the...
Then, how are we going to receive help from the matron of the inn?
After getting the matron's promise, you can definitely ask her for help, meow. She will fulfill all requests of her guests.
The Fairies Inn. I don't think they are only interested in monetary deals.
And you're right. Money, emotion, power, story, anything will do. As long as there is a fairy who accepts your offer, they will help you fulfill your wish. That is for the grand finale of the auction. There is no time limit, no threshold, and no standard. As long as you are willing to pay the price and be the one to arouse the interest of the matron.
In other words, whether we can get anything depends on Senior Shinyue's mood?
Since it is for the matron's promise, you'll have to hurry up. Many people have already made their offers, and the boss should already be looking through them. Once the matron has made up her mind, the auction will end no matter how high the price is.
Pen and paper. Price. Write down. Give it to me.
So the little spirit speaks in this style. This is the first time I've managed to understand their language. Senior Shinyue has boundless knowledge. So what can interest her? Jewelry made of conches, echo shells from Aquatic Bay, and sea deities' orbs. There are also some deep-sea pearls and ruby corals in my bag.
Why do you even carry around all those things?
I don't think she has a fancy for earthly things such as jewelry.
If it were Senior Duanmu, what would you be willing to pay as a bargaining chip?
1,000-form sword.
I'm afraid my weapon won't work. Then does she deem the art of fate-telling worthy enough? What about Mingyue?
If Senior Duanmu said that those things wouldn't work, what I can give is probably only the power of sea deity.
Chips. Received. Please wait.
Time is running out, so don't hesitate. Choose one of the 3 chips. Quick.
Chips. Received. Please wait.
The decision was made in a hurry, so I wonder if Senior Shinyue will like it.
I saw that piece of paper just now said 999, which sounds like a lucky number.
There is no turning back once the chips are casted. So all hands off the table.
First come, first served. And it depends on whether you're fated. Such a carefree attitude, she lives up to the name of a founder of the Adventurers Guild.
Fairy's Promise. Senior, don't you think it's a bit like the requests in the Adventurers Guild?
Isn't the way to enter even more amazing? It lives up to its name as a Fairies Inn, and is extremely unusual.
The Fairies Inn is absolutely amazing, right? It's not an ordinary hotel. Dear new guest, let me, the raccoon steward, introduce you to this place. The paradise on the back of the turtle. The paradise of the fairies. The mysterious and brilliant Fairies Inn. Here you can get anything you want as long as you pay the right price.
So, the Fairies Inn is actually a trading center?
It's not just any ordinary trading center. The goods here are the fairies' promises. And trading is not the only thing we do here. Among the guests of the Fairies Inn, some are blessed with luck, some are billionaires, while some are extremely strong. Each has its own strengths and means. If we limit them, wouldn't it be unfair?
Without a doubt, these words are prepared beforehand, aren't they?
The Fairies Inn only cares about the chips agreed in advance. As for the affairs between the guests, the inn will not interfere without good reason.
I have heard that the Fairies Inn was originally a rift between the spirit realm and the human world. It neither follows the laws of the spirit realm nor bounded by that of the humans. That seems to be the case.
That's right. The only rule of the Fairies Inn is the matron's word is the law. Oh, there are other guests here, so do excuse me. I wish you'll fulfill your wishes. Meow.
Exceptional. Sorry to have kept everyone waiting. Now, let's see. Which lucky guest does the matron have her eyes on this time? Congratulations to the guest in private room number 520. Oh, this is such a romantic number. This time, the matron has her eyes set on you. Don't be impatient, dear customer. Have a glass of drunken raccoon. Someone will soon take you to see the matron.
Senior Sinya's preferences are not so easy to guess for sure. What to do now? Go back and ask Master?
Didn't that raccoon tell you already? It's gambling, trading, dueling. Unscrupulously.
Well, let's go visit that guest. In addition to these on me, there are also runes and books left by my aunt in the silent corridor, which can all be used for the exchange.
There may not be enough to exchange for the matron's promise. Go to the private room first, and take things as they come.
Senior, yeah?
It's you. Since we've met here, you must have come because of her promise.
The price is up to you, and I'll never refuse.
If you set out such a condition, you must be confident of it. It's just that the matter I seek cannot be achieved, not even by you. So please, leave. If there is a way to save each other, then how come it turned out like this?
Priestess Changpu once used the imprisonment of time to turn back the hands of time. The imprisonment of time is a secret technique of the Sea Folk. There may be other secrets of the Sea Folk that...
If this was the case, how did the High Priestess of the Sea Folk end up like that? Pardon my rudeness. It's just that my request, for me, it's a lifelong regret. Except for the inn's matron, no one can resolve this. I seek your understanding.
It seems like you have made your decision. So let's follow the customs and end it according to the Fairies Inn rules.
Don't you always do this, even when you're not in the Fairies Inn? That's fine. Let's do it once and for all.
3 versus 1 isn't fair. I'll fight. I am Mingya's senior, and Senior Duanmu and Senior Ye are even friends.
No way! Senior just...
It's not fair to fight against you. You are different now. So even if I win, there's no glory in it. As you are today, fighting 2 to 1 is by no means unfair.
That's what you said.
In that case, then... But in this way, Senior Duanmu will have to fight with his friends.
You think too much. I haven't been fighting less before. On the contrary, it's you.
Wow! The arena is really lively today! As we've already agreed, no matter what happens, it's none of the inn's business.
We know the rules of the inn.
As long as you know, brother, life and death are unpredictable. So do take care. Senior Duanmu, please be careful. Everyone, attention please! A new round of gladiatorial combat has begun! The demi-human station in the Misty Marsh versus the 2 rising stars of the Adventurers Guild. Life or death, victory or defeat, success or failure, win or lose. Please place your bets! This is the Fox Bar that's unique to the Fox folk. Behold, can the 2 adventures avoid it? This adventure doesn't look ordinary.
So-called fate, really. Even though what I asked for is like a pipe dream, I still want to give it a try. Now, I'll honor the bet. Go ahead and look for her.
After all these years, you are still stuck in the past. She got what she wanted and lived without any regret.
But I regret it. Compared to regretting this life, maybe it's a little luckier to die in ignorance.
To break the strands of karma and erase the past. Is that what you seek?
It doesn't matter anymore. I hope your wish will be fulfilled.
Thank you. Let's go. We shouldn't let the inn's owner wait for too long.
It's not time to go yet. Stop! Don't go. You haven't won yet. That's right. To the end. Is there anything? Of course. It can also be counted as capable.
Those 2 are so small. Were you the ones talking just now?
You actually found us. What great eyesight. That's it. Not bad.
Why did the 2 of you want to fight?
Of course, it's for the sake of the most precious thing.
It's that kind of thing.
Anyway, everyone can challenge you before you meet the matron.
That's it. Can't be challenged.
In short, it's all for the matron's promise.
It is. The Miss Matron's promise.
They are rather strange and shouldn't be taken lightly.
awesome. Just two little spirits?
Po, don't push yourself. You can still find other ways.
Why make it difficult for the younger
Mister?
That's rather timely.
After all this time, your divine power is no longer what it used to be. Still so playful, and even humoring my students today.
Usually he may look slow and unhurried, but once it comes to debt collection, he's always on time.
What did I say when I quit the Adventurers Guild? The Adventurers Guild can do whatever it likes. I don't give a damn anymore.
Oh, if that's so, why did you intervene in the matter of Calmsea?
I do it for the sake of that little dark-type priestess. I only help people I'm comfortable with, unlike you worrying about everything. However, you have not wasted all these years. To think you actually found another person with fate-telling abilities.
In addition, there are other unexpected gains, which you will know when you see them.
Seigneur, we're here for this fragment.
An ominous chaotic air surrounded it. This is... How did you get this thing?
This piece was transformed from the Heidi amulet given to me by Miss Tongming.
I think this thing seems to have the ability to disrupt cause and effect, similar to the fate-cutting blade.
That's right! The fate-cutting blade is indeed no longer in my hands. Your speculation has always been pretty accurate, but compared to the sword that I know of, I can't say that it's not alike. Instead, I should say that there's not the slightest similarity. Haven't you tried the art of fate-telling?
What I saw was similar to... It was just fragments from the old master's past, except for the dragon sigil.
Dragon sigil? That's why even old Chin couldn't see it.
So, it turns out that there are things that are impossible even for Chin the Magnus. It is rumored that the matron of the inn knows everything. So, she must know a thing or two about the Dragon Clan?
Well, indeed. A dragon and the fate-cutting blade again. It seems that I can't escape. Follow me!
This is not a lake, but a star?
It's like a starry sky floating on the surface of the pool. Wait, don't move! Do you think this is an ordinary pool of water? Watch your steps. I'm warning you, lest you accidentally fall. Do you know about a fairy's dream? If you fall into one, you will descend into a dream of the past, and getting out of there isn't as easy as you think. It's terrifying to fall into the dreams in the misty marsh. And there are so many here.
Fairies' dreams are gathered here. Presumably, this is where the inn's hub is located?
The hub of the Fairies Inn, of course, is none other than I. However, you know quite a lot. Have I seen you somewhere before? I am sure that I have seen you before, right?
I have never been fortunate enough to meet the inn's owner.
Is that so? I heard Raccoon say that there is someone today who wants my promise in exchange for a sword. It's you, right? Forget it. I can't remember anymore. What is the point to follow old Chin when being this talented at such a young age?
Pardon my lack of ability. Please let me clarify this first.
You were right. There's a hole here, and it's in the deepest part of the Fairies Inn. This is called a hole. I'm in charge. There are countless fairies' dreams which converge like lakes and stars. Aren't they beautiful? Legend has it that the Fairies Inn knows all the information about the spirit realm. In fact, all this information was provided by these dreamlands. These twinkling stars seem to reflect the world that used to be. Right! It's like this! It will respond to the memories of the related objects and replay the history through reflection in the mirror. Just try your luck. Maybe a dream will be drawn to this fragment. From that dream, we can know the origin of the fragments.
So now, are we going to draw a magic circle? Or recite a spell? Or peep?
What I told you before. Have you already forgotten?
No, I was just talking casually.
That's it?
Of course, why not? Whether our luck is good or not, we will know in a while.
They're so beautiful, just like the stars. Reminds me of those fireflies in the misty marsh.
Seigneur, the fireflies that Senior Ye released in the Misty Marsh. Did they also come from this pond?
He did bring some away from this place. He said it was to fulfill a promise, to keep the fireflies flickering in the mist all summer. In the end, you could only turn the dreamland into a firefly, and it will be fine even if it's decades or centuries, not to mention a summer. Except, that is a little dangerous. Since you said so, it seems that his wishes come true?
Yeah. Although the person who agreed to meet him had already given up that promise, at the very least, she saw the fireflies, just like when they made that promise in her youth.
Okay, that was a slight loss there. After all, it was in exchange for working for the fairies Inn for 30 years.
This time, what price did he pay to impress you?
Worked for the fairies Inn for 300 years.
By the way, why hasn't the Dreamland responded to us after so long?
After all, it's not often that a fairy dreams of dragons, divine artifacts, or things like that. A dragon's message is always very precious, so cherish the opportunity and go ahead and ask if you have any questions. Well, the Dragon Clan doesn't like to be with each other, and most of them are elusive. Who knows if they're secretly hidden somewhere? But there was once a dragon that snatched the fate cutting blade from my hands. If you've guessed correctly, then he is probably still in Cloud Song.
To be able to take away the artifact from Senior Seigneur, that person must be terribly powerful.
Since you've already had your answer, you only need to verify the real form of this fragment. If this sword is indeed the fate-cutting blade, then all those doubts may be resolved
In simple terms, it is a mark of one's status, a symbol of strength.
This way, can we recognize its identity if there's the dragon sigil?
That's right, but it probably won't work. Dragons won't go around telling the world about their own sigils. Well, we gotta wait anyway, so why don't I try my luck a little? What did the dragon sigil you saw look like? This dragon sigil, are you certain it looks like this?
Well, it isn't wrong. Although I could only draw a faint outline, it's generally accurate.
If so, it seems that this is an acquaintance. This person...